is the equipment we are planning to use in the competition. So please try not to break everyone. Okay? As far as the spear goes, our ideas are based mainly on the Dingek in the Abu. He's got a very simple set of techniques. It's pretty straightforward. You can't go wrong. Actually, okay. As you may know, or may have heard earlier, there are three kinds of people. Those who know shit about spear, they hold the spear like this, they will be dead very soon. Those who are too afraid to use the spear effectively, as you may see, those will be dead pretty soon either, and the dangerous ones. Okay? So the first idea is you grab the spear so you have the leading hand about the center of gravity. That's a comfortable one, but you lose about a meter of the reach. Right? So that's the basic that we would like you to use. Okay? If you're lefty, it's not a problem for us. Okay? Any questions?
Okay, so there are basics. Yeah, we have the grip. Now, before we start, as Marcin said, this spears will be used tomorrow to the tournaments. Firstly, they are pretty heavy, much heavier than normal sticks, and much longer. So I want everyone to try them today. Now, the first thing. These spears are supposed to be safe, okay? But I say because you can do two things with them. You can thrust, and we can hit them. Now,
as you see, there are pretty deadly and already just twice.
yes, we can thrust and we can hit, but the thrusts are safe, the hits are forbidden. And we will remind this every time after time, today and tomorrow. Tomorrow, if someone forgets that it's forbidden to hit with them, we'll go out of the tournament. There will be no excuse if someone will hit the speed, drive the speed, there should be disqualification. Front bridge, one hand. Now, the first thing we can do is to pass. Now, when we have the sword in the hand, we want to use the long distance of the sword. We want to grip at the end, we want to hit at the longest distance we can do. Now, with spears, it will be the same thing. We want to use the whole distance we have. If we use only our hand, it's pretty short.
Czekaj, pokażę. Idź na samym. That's his reach. That's my reach.
Yes. The thing, the simple thrust we want to learn today is that our hand at the back will go forward, while the other,
You know, the pillar stick thing.
the reach is much bigger. Now, the first exercise. We go first, every one we get the weapon, and now, first exercise. One person at the wall, nearest the wall, will want to thrust the opponent, time after time, yes? I will want to thrust opponent much better. Just to learn and to try.
You get the feel about the reach. Okay?
The person nearest the window want to defend themselves with simple I know that our English is very rusty. There is not good explanation. So if you want any information, if you have any questions, just ask. We'll try our best to say something.
Guys, ask first, think later. Okay?
Yes. So, are there any questions? Okay, divide into two groups. I can just grab and wait. This is very okay. I need to grab and grab. This motion, not anyway. Okay. The thing is, I want to put one grab, withdraw.
Depend on the second one, right?
Okay? Okay, the thing is, this stance gives us very good defense against the thrust that goes up. Yes? But if we want to keep low, it's very hard to just defend from this position. Right? It's very hard to defend from position. And thrust below our flanks. For this, we want to use the other stance, which is up here. Okay? Now, it's very good, very easy to defend the low, like the part. Yes? So, now, we want to give thrust from these two stances. Yes? The thrust is the same. I can give this here and this here. And even better, I can do thrust below and this thrust the back or other way. But now, also, we have the leg protection. We can thrust the chest and we can thrust the leg. Yes? So, we will not defend only the side. Also below. Okay? Change position. The line nearest the wall attack.
Okay.
Nearest the window defend.
absolute tempo thrust is no good. Works very rarely and it needs a big mistake on the opposite path, right? So, are you guys, assume you are familiar with the Bush-Webster process, right? In the spear it looks pretty much the same. You go around and thrust. You can use it as a feather. You can use it as a defense. And cut. Right now, we would like you to try the feather part. So you go with the fake thrust to your opponent's upper left, go around and under the spear, and finish on the center torso. Can it be done? Can you do it? Show us.
Answer, change!
So we thought it would be a good time for something easier.
Minor sticks.
With sticks, of course.
My sticks.
No. That would be cheating.
The spears are wased in historical ways. They are not our idea, they are historical documents. So, okay, of course, wait, not the ends.
So, we would like you to try. One of you thrusts to the front knee. I defend and count. 1, 2. He tries to do the same. Defend from the low thrust. Avoid the high thrust. Again, he starts. I defend. He steps back. I can't reach him, so I try again. He defends. Thrust for my chest. I'm too far. He thrust for my knee. And go for his chest, knee, and again. For the chest, please. The sequence should be left, should be. That's the matter.
Yeah, that's one.
He starts with the thrust to the knee. I defend. Go for his chest. He steps back. So I now. Defend. Go for his chest. I try to avoid. He doubles for the knee. And again, and again, and again. Try to go slow, up to fist. Then we would like you to take from this exercise is the jump back before the thrust of the chest connects, right? The knee thing, knee part on defense is just to the setup of the pistol. You actually have a chance to jump back. Okay? Any questions? Should we do this again and again and again so you can learn more?
Yes!
How many times?
Half an hour.
Okay. Okay. Again.
I just say for
Just 3 positions after it degenerates. That's it. Next, you have to done this here. Should I summarize? Try to show you. I was afraid we'd say that. We have shown you, you can take your mask off. You don't trust me enough. I just put it on. Trust me. 2 basic thrusts. From below and from overhead. That's all you need. The text says the target openings there are more. But for the competition, as we try to do some loss, it would be better to aim for the center of the mass. You could try to take the hands, forearms, and inside of the elbow, but it's pretty tricky with those. Right? We've shown you 4 directions of defense. right upper, left upper, lower right, and deep, everything else. Okay? That's also all you need for the pretty intense fight. And one more thing I'd like you to remember is this. This is a life cycle. If you don't know what's going on, take a step back. That's the functional spear stuff.
So you know about looking to see like also
Sort of makes more sense if you actually have an arm. That's why you show the opening. That's why you put a symbol, right? In the close spear, it's not such a good idea because this way you shorten your range. You're playing defensive. More defensive. In my opinion. It doesn't agree.
Yeah.
so it's
The thing is, it's your option because it's you to choose. For me, it's much to work in such grip and such grip at the heart. And I usually change it during the fight.
If you can make.
You can make it in the
If
door.
you can't, you work with what you are given, right? Pretty basic stuff. Don't get hit the other one.
You said to try and aim with certain parts of the body, but tomorrow, apart from obviously the groin and the neck, is all the body is attacked. Okay.
How long is one match? We don't expect anybody to play for 3 minutes. Okay? You're going for 3 hits. That's one. Let's start.
Okay. And for the
Pretty dirty trick.
yeah, it's a joke. Okay.
It's a joke.
Yeah. Always, if I am tired, I can always get my here, and just go.
Ah, okay.
Okay? But it's a joke. Don't try this because
Actually, a dirty trick is
Nice.
it's not nice. It's a dirty one.
That is why it's nice.
Uh,
We will talk about movies another time.
We'll talk about the fun stuff next time. Okay? The risk with that movement is it's based on plate armor on your chest. If the point does not stick and slides away, you are free to block the opponent's weapon under your arm, right? In the Bloss tournament competition, most of the time you have to cheat a bit and slide to make you thrust under your feet. That's why I call it a dirty one.
Can you grab?
Yes.
Not that it that there was any occasion, but
okay, the rule says that we can't grab opponent's weapons that is.
yeah, that is safe to would be safe to grab.
Yeah, we have to have unbinding the spear. Okay? We can't crouch and unbind weapon of the opponent.
Pokażemy. I'll do the illegal grab.
Yes.
Now I'll do the legal. And now illegal strike. Okay? So guys, the rules are pretty simple. Try not to break the polearms and the opponents.
The pollars are more important. Yes, because we have many opponents and only few pollars.
wspomnij, że zapasów
And if they all break, can we use the lighter ones?
I'm not sure about the color.
It was a joke.
If no, it's
What do you
run
want
out of spears, we will use these sticks.
We put the safer metal on the red ones and we see where it leads us.
And another thing. The rule says that there will be 10 seconds for the grappling and the wrestling. But in polearms, the wrestling will be break at any point.
It makes no sense if only straight thrust counts, right? If you guys are tired, go into the clinch, we will break.
Yes.
And the second thing is, it's pretty dangerous because when we are rapping,
Yes, you don't know.
usually the speeds go outside, and
Yes.
when someone goes out, it just
You know the old slapstick, the closet gag, right? Any questions?